What's the deal? It's time to change gears. I'm difference maker. Let's go. Is life trying to break you? It's a real simple question. It's a lot of people out here struggling. It's a lot of people out here wrestling with some heavy burdens, including me. And I want to talk to you so I can attempt to save you or change your life right now. Lock in. For the past 5 years or so, I'm going to say 5 solid years, this been my mindset. I know the average person don't praise God like me. I know the average person don't believe in God like me. I know the average person ain't God fearing and a reflection of God's work like me. But here's the catch. When you try to embrace everything that you say you believe about God, you're going to be tested on a whole nother level. Y'all stay with me. When you say you have faith, your faith going to be tested like it never been tested before. So what happens is, you know you believe in God. You know you God fearing, and you know you a reflection of God's work. But the trials and tribulations don't have a stopping point. So you start to question, are you who you say you are? And if that's you, I'm talking to you right now. I'm going to make this personal. I'm going to talk to you from my standpoint. This ain't no freestyling. This ain't no about nobody else's experiences. This is about me. You know how on the internet, we've been seeing this a lot. People say, approach people with caution. You don't know what other people going through. You don't know what people dealing with. You don't know what they may be wrestling with. You don't know what's going on with them. Approach them with caution. You just never know what's going on. Let me talk to y'all. For the past, I'm going to give y'all a window. I'm going to stick with 5 years. For the last 5 years, my wife has been hospitalized. I ain't talking about no 1-2 day. I'm talking about a week at a time, fighting for her life. And my faith was tested. Okay, Mr. Difference Maker, are you who you say you are? Is your faith real? Or when it get gangster, is your faith gonna flicker? Is your faith gonna waver? Now this if you say you who you are, that the test really serve a purpose. I got a mama, been fighting. My mama been receiving extensive wound care for the last 10 years, fighting not to get her foot amputated. The doctors have suggested amputation multiple times. But my mama mindset, I was born with 2 feet and I want to die with 2 feet. So my mama fighting to keep her foot. Even though it's infected, it's causing problems, and she struggled with it. Church attendance done dropped. Things my mama do, her livelihood has completely changed. Well, that affects me because that's my mama. You feel me? Okay. 2 years ago, all my customers, people who are clients of mine in terms of haircuts, they know this. In November, I woke up and I literally could not see. All my real fans and followers, y'all know about my eye disease. I woke up and I could not see. Now listen, I'm already struggling financially. I wake up in November about a year or 2 ago and I can't see nothing. Nothing. For a whole month straight. I missed the whole month of November. Now, if you do hair or if you a barber, you know November is a big money month because that's the month where we celebrate Thanksgiving. I missed all that. My faith was being tested. You see what I'm saying? In the midst of all this, I got stuff going on. I'm talking about when you struggling financially, don't nothing break or stop working or give you more issues than when you already struggling financially that's going to cost you more money. Y'all stay with me. So guess what? My faith continues to be tested. Okay? The devil try to attack me. Hey, you a motivational speaker. When you travel to other cities, when you travel to other states, or when people from other places see your content online, they inbox you and they say, why are you not famous? Bro, I don't see how the world ain't discovered you. Man, you can rap, you building welcome signs, you can paint cars, you a great motivator, you got great words of encouragement, you well spoken, you professional. You see what I'm saying? Why you ain't made it yet? Let me tell you what happened. While you looking at it from the outside looking in, it may seem like I'm on the internet crying and begging for your support, when actually I'm questioning the one thing I thought would be in position to catapult my career, to take me to the top faster, which is the people who say they love me in my immediate circle, and the people who I went to school with, the people that claim that we friends, the people that claim they support me. I'm wondering, why aren't they doing more? Again, my faith is being tested, because the people that show me certain love, the people that share more contacts, the people that connect me with people that could change my career, it ain't them. You see what I'm saying? I'm wondering, why are people I never met clinging to me and supporting me more than the people I live in the house with? Let's forget everybody else. The people I live in a house with, why they don't see value? That's an attack. That's an attack from the enemy to test my faith. Listen, y'all, your faith will never be tested unless you trying to see if you who you say you are. Now, this is the point I'm trying to get to as I come to a close. I'm so engaged in accountability. I said this about 3 years ago, a prayer. I said, Lord, I will give my life to add value to other people so that they can change their life. I said this in a prayer. I will give and risk my life to change people's life. So when I said that prayer to God, you know what happened? I'm going to test you to see if you mean that. I'm going to test you to see if you want that. And furthermore, I'm going to test you to see if you deserve that. So now listen to me. People got all these things they say. Man, stop letting stuff bother you. I wouldn't worry about that. Lean on God. Keep God first. Man, you don't need to play the payback. Man, right now, you building momentum. Don't entertain that stuff. That stuff ain't this or that. If that stuff don't impact you, if it don't affect you directly, let it go. But this is what I want to tell you on today. The indirect misery get major if you a person like me and you love people. You don't have to be my sister. You don't have to be my wife. You don't have to be my son. You don't have to be my daughter. You don't have to be my mama. If something happened to you for it to affect me. So why are you telling me to let it go and it ain't no big deal because it don't impact me directly? The indirect stuff takes its course as well. And what I mean by indirect, I'm talking about the people I love that I can't control. And I'm not trying to control them. I'm putting information out hoping that they would control themselves. I'm putting information out hoping that they would hold themselves accountable. I'm putting the information out hoping that they would see the purpose in being honest, the purpose in having integrity, the purpose of being responsible, the purpose of holding themselves accountable. And when it don't happen, I can't wash my hands with it and say, oh, well, that's them. You know why? Because I told God I risk my life to change somebody else's life. Why do people tell us to do God's work? And then when God's work don't appear to be effective, they tell you, oh, don't worry about that. That ain't you. This is my struggle right now. I'm making it personal so y'all can know what's up. Because I know 1 million people in the world wrestling with this same stuff. And that's the people I'm trying to reach. Why do they tell you that? That's because when they faith get tested, they step away. I'm trying to surround myself with people that say, yeah, bro, I know they ain't listening to you. I know they ain't representing what you stand for well, but keep going. Because let me talk to y'all before we close this out about what faith really is. Faith ain't when you got a pocket full of money. Faith ain't when everybody that you thought would support you is supporting you. Faith ain't when everything going good. Faith ain't when the refrigerator running over. Faith only is activated when you falling short. That's when faith activated. So this is what I'm going to leave y'all with. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you are. And I don't care what you do for a living. If you say you believe in God, I should be able to look at you and tell. Because you know how people like me get tested. I say, bro, I thought this lady was God-fearing. She doing that? This person say they believe in God and they react like that? You out here trying to expose somebody. You out here trying to bring somebody down. But then you say you God-fearing. You say you have faith in God. How? That's what I start wondering. And so my faith is further being tested because now I'm like, hold up, God. If you are who you say you are, why are these people conducting themselves like this? Why that's their answer to the problem? Why bringing somebody else down is their solution? Why these people that say they tired of people being murdered can't put my content out for people that might possibly be murdered to see before something happen to them? Why we ain't proactive? This my questions. And you know they say don't ask God why. I'm telling y'all this what I be asking God in prayer. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because in the midst of all the turmoil, God trying to see if I'm going to take my eyes off him and put my eyes on them. So my test ain't like your test. The more you say you tested, the more you say you're a believer, the more gangster it's going to get. And so what I'm trying to tell you right now today is faith can't be like a light switch. Faith don't have no off and on button. Either you a believer or you not a believer. And I'm telling you, as a God-fearing man, you can go talk to God about me yourself. I've been with my wife for 20 plus years. And guess what? It's a certain way I conduct myself. Not because of her. Not because of me. Not because of no wedding vows. Not because of no agreement. Because I fear that man. And I take full responsibility for how he look at me and my work. So while I get distracted with my eye disease, with my mama health, with my wife health, with the people who I love, decision making, the choices and the things they do, while I may get distracted with all that, I'm telling you on today that if I'm who I say I am, I gotta lean on the word. How y'all think I feel when a young kid I knew since he was little, probably gave him his first haircut, is murdered or murdered somebody? That's the devil telling me, if your motivation was so good, you could have reached that kid. That's the devil telling me that. But now God looking at me saying, I allowed this to happen to see if you gonna put your eyes on them instead of me. So this is what I want y'all to know. Accountability is everything. Responsibility is everything. If you don't like what's happening to you, directly or indirectly, start taking accountability. Because when you face your problems, you can fix your problems. I'm tired of y'all thinking that it's gonna somehow disappear if you ignore it. I'm tired of you thinking that if you don't say nothing about it, it's gonna improve. I'm tired of you thinking if you stay quiet, it's going to correct itself. Because it's not until you take full accountability. And when you take accountability, that comes with your faith being tested. If I tell my kids they wrong, is the Lord going to have my back? If I piss you off with the truth, trying to save you, is the Lord going to have my back? If I put you in your place professionally, is the Lord going to have my back? If I tell you what you need to be told, not what you want to be told, but if I tell you what you need to be told, is the Lord going to have my back? And the answer I can give you. Listen, I left out a lot. My son was just involved in a hit and run about 2 months ago, and my son couldn't walk for 2 or 3 days. It's more happening in my life. I'm leaving some stuff out. I'm just letting y'all know, as soon as I get over one hump, one hurdle, one hill, something else come. My faith being tested on a different level, because God has a different blessing. It's unique. It's going to be mind-blowing. People ain't going to believe it. But I don't deserve it unless my faith is intact. You don't deserve it unless your faith is intact. If you believe in the well-being of your kids, your family, and your loved ones, your faith going to be tested. But your faith only is activated when you do what you're supposed to be doing. So instead of wondering about why this person messy, think about how much mess you get in. Think about how much mess you a part of. It starts with self. Your faith gonna be tested. God wants to fix you before he can fix other people. And I want you to remember that. If God fix you, then you can go out and you can testify to what having faith in him will truly do. Not no flickering faith, not no off and on faith, but real faith. You got to be tested, because when God pour into you the abundance of believing, you can then pour into other people without a doubt, without a question. That's why I open up so much. That's why I'm so raw. I want y'all to see that I'm being tested on another level. And I'm telling y'all, in the presence of God, I have considered giving up multiple times. But every time I try to give up, God grabbed me by the neck and he say, no, son, not you. I put you here as proof that I can work. I put you here as proof that I still live. I put you here as proof that I'm the leaning post. I'm the ultimate leaning post. So, son, if you give up, one of my most tested warriors have failed me. And so I'm telling y'all right now that you cannot let people take what you had to offer. I'm telling you, the Lord wants you to be the example. The Lord wants you to put these people in their place. The Lord wants you to show people that he is alive and well. And if you fail the test, not only did you fail the people you love, but you failed a man that loved you. And I want you to know right now today that you're going to be tested on a whole nother level until you get yourself intact, until you do what you're supposed to do. Because the test ain't for them. The test is for you. And I really, really want you to know this. I really want you to know this. Forget that test you took in school. Forget that test that you take every day when you get in your car to try to return home. You forget that test. If you fail this test assigned to you by God, you have failed the ultimate test. And ain't no test more worthy of wanting to study and pass than the test put here by the good man. Y'all stay locked in, because it's real out here. Remember, the difference maker. Together we all can make a difference.